What is up, dudes, dudettes, and dudes who defy description, and a hot, toasty, warm welcome to each and every one of you beautiful peeps out there as we begin another episode of Awesome Fun in Minecraft with me, Oz. Hello, it's nice to be with you today. Now, in today's episode, I'm taking you to a new place that we haven't been before in an episode. That is the mall. This is where I keep all of my villagers for when I need to come shopping. And you can see here in the mall, we've basically got all of our librarians, we've got clerics, we've basically got every profession in here. Round the corner here, we've got fishermen, we've got everybody who'll trade iron in a nice long row there. We have got this nice glass covered, awesome looking mall. So this is my village where I do my raids at, and if we come through to the back here, you'll see this is my very basic villager breeder here. These are my two villagers that I breed. I can then open these doors to let the little babies only through. They basically come into this room, and then from there I would allocate them out. I've done all that previously, so it's not really required. And in here I've just got a stack of librarians and a stack of stonemasons in order to mass buy glass and also, what is it you sell? Yeah, quartz. That's the main thing that we want off of you. And bricks, of course. All the bricks to build the Ghostbuster firehouse came from here. So that's the inside of my place. Now let me go up and show you what kind of defenses we have up here. So here I am up on the roof of the mall where you can see down. And it looks really nice inside. And it's funny because I made quite a decent job of finishing off the inside of the mall, but then the outside is an absolute mess. It's purely practical. So here's my advice for tips for preparing your village for a raid. Now, if we fly away from this village, so you can see it, there's main base over there, back of Ghostbusters firehouse. You can see that essentially what I did was built a giant wall and then surrounded it by water on all sides. So there's essentially no way that any of these attacking mobs can get in. Now, making the water go up the sides was a mistake because it actually allows things to climb up the water, which can be a little bit scary. But this moat and these high walls, and then having these ramparts, I guess, if that's the correct terminology, to walk around on to then shoot off of. But my favorite thing about this is, as you might have noticed on lots of people's videos who do stuff with villagers, you end up where they breed tons and tons of iron golems. Now, I've got a lot less than I used to, but look how many iron golems are in here. So when I was crafting this area, the inside of there basically was just full of iron golems. And what I did when I built the wall was I created a hole in the wall. I then used some water to basically wash all of these guys out and keep them all in the moat. Now, they are all on one side. A lot of them have died in the time since I've started doing this, but it's quite an effective moat. It's funny seeing things land in the moat, and hopefully there's another big pack of them around here. Hopefully we'll get to see that in the battles for today. Hello, sir. How are you? Now, if we then come on and just have a look around, the last little thing that I've got going around the ramparts here is lots of bells. Now, bells, when you ring them, let you see sort of light up effect where the attacking mobs are. So I've got these things all around here so that if wherever I'm fighting, I can ring them if I need to have a look and see where people are. So these are my top defenses for surviving a raid. The only thing, of course, is the evoker, which can cast vexes, which can fly through stone and could potentially injure and kill people inside. So that is the only real danger. Now that we've seen what defenses you need, let's have a look at what offensive weapons you need. And for that, we're going to jump back over to my house. So we're all familiar with the standard Minecraft weapons, the diamond sword with all its enchantment, and of course the bow with all its enchantments as well, infinity, mending, whatever it is that you desire. You've got things like having your diamond chestplate you might want to use, totem of undying in these battles, and of course your shield can be useful in these battles as well. And don't forget, of course, the super fork that we have here, Go Fork Yourself, which has a load of enchantments on there as well. Now these are all great weapons, but my favorite weapons for fighting a raid are these things here, crossbows. So you've got your crossbow, and if you grab yourself a firework rocket, these are ones I prepared earlier, put them in your hof hand, the hof is in my hand? What's going on? Okay, put those in our offhand, then I'm not going to fire it here, because if I hit all of my item frames or my things, they'll break, but we'll just head outside, which is just turning nighttime by the looks of it as well. Reload it up, and beautiful. Now, the cool thing about the crossbow is you can get this enchantment on it called multi-shot, and that takes one basically projectile, in this case a rocket, and multiplies it by 3. So we've got a test subject here who's going to come and test this out. Show us how this awesomely works. That even injured me, although it insta-killed you. Slightly injured me as well. Now these are my favourite because they sound cool, they look cool, and they are cool, okay? This is the best fighting method. Now alongside multi-shot, which gives us 3 at one time, you might not want that for whatever reason, so I've also got a crossbow that has piercing on it as well, which will just fire the single arrow. And when it comes to making your rockets, essentially you can see that this rocket has got 6 different attachments on it. You can do anything up to 7, and each bit of a damage, basically each rocket will do 5 to 6 hearts of damage according to the wiki, with an extra 1 to 2 per star added to it, up to 7. I only add up to 6. It's just very resource intensive and it just feels too much, but I'll show you how it is I make my rockets. These are some firework stars I prepared earlier. But how you make the firework stars are you create firework charges. So I've got 3 of them. These are my 3 different dye colors. Then you will also need gunpowder, and that will make your fire charge. But you also can add things like glowstone dust, which gives you extra little effects. So if first we'll make this up, see what this looks like. So there is a firework star that's going to be large ball, and it's going to be blue, and if we add the glowstone dust, it's also going to twinkle. So we do that, and that gives us a 64 stack of that. We repeat it again, this time for our white dye. And last with our red dye. That gives us 3 firework stars. Now I made 3 earlier that you can see here, and if we come over, grab ourselves some gunpowder and then paper. Now we're going to craft these into rockets. So how we do that is we put 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 along the top and the bottom. We then add in paper and gunpowder, and that'll give us a flight duration of 1. You can upgrade it to 2. Most of the time, range wise, 1 is going to be fine, but I've got lots of gunpowder and there's 1 spare slot, so let's do that. And there you go, you can see it gives us nearly 3 stacks worth of projectiles there. So we put these together with our other projectiles, and you see we've got more than enough for our battle. So these are the weapons I like to carry with me when I go into a raid. Now our next thing, now that we're armed, defended, and ready for the raid, is we need to trigger one off. So to do that, we're going to need to go to a pillager outpost and get a raid captain. Now in the top right hand corner of the screen, you can see a white banner. This is my nearest raid tower. You can see in the center of the map at the bottom as well, the Ghostbuster map art as well that you can see there. So we're going to fly up to that place in the top right hand corner and get ourselves some bad omens. Let's go do that. Almost there now. There's the pillager tower and this beautiful plateau environment. I must just say, it is a beautiful environment. So let's land ourselves on top here. You can see they are starting to spawn in, and we can see a captain there too. So we're going to ditch the map so it's not in our way. And what we need to do now is basically kill the guys with the banners in order to get bad omen and trigger the raid. So there's our first one. Oh, there's our second one. There's quite a lot of them already. Okay, so we got 2 there, took a couple of hits. And this is another little thing I want to show you that applies only to Java. It doesn't apply to the Bedrock edition, but what you can see now if you get rid of this is that I've got Bad Omen 2, and obviously I've killed 2 captains. So you can get this all the way up to, I think it's level 5 or 6. We're going to test that in a second. And the higher the level of Bad Omen, this is in Java only, the more waves and more intense a raid battle is, and you also get an even better discount the higher you get this. So we're going to try and get this to 5 or 6. I can't remember exactly, but we'll find out pretty soon. So we need to look now for some more raid captains. There's another one. So we've got another one over here. This is going to take us up to 4. We've got a lot of them coming in now. Oh, a lot more around this side too. Any of these guys raid? Oh boy. That is a lot of pillagers. So we now appear to have gotten to a stage where there aren't any patrol captains around here. So I'm just flying away to despawn what's there at the moment. Then we're going to turn around and fly back. And that should allow us to hopefully spawn in. We just need 2 more captains to defeat now. Let's see if we can get one. Oh, there's one. And then you have to run before you get shot. 1 more to get now. Let's see if he'll spawn in for us on this pass. I'm sure I saw a raid cap. There we go. Right, let's get out of here. So a quick look will show that there we do indeed have level 6 Bad Omen. I've definitely taken a few shots, including that one in my throat. Oh, it just disappeared. That's fine. So now that we have level 6 Bad Omen, we can fly ourselves back over to the mall and begin our raid. So let's do it. And my top tip here is to advise you, you see these other banners on the map that I'm holding? These other banners represent other villages. So make sure when you're flying to your village where you want to have the raid, you don't accidentally fly and trigger a raid and lose your Bad Omen effect in a village that you don't want a raid to happen in. So I'll meet you back at the mall. So here we are, about to fly back into range of the mall, and the second that we get back into range, the raid will begin. You'll see the bar fill up at the top of the screen, just like this. Now here's my top tips for you in starting the raid. First of all, keep 2 shulker boxes with you. This way you can ditch everything that you don't want. For example, I don't want to have this map, any of the drops I've picked up from before. I'm going to need my rockets. I'll just keep the rest of this stuff in here, why not? And then we're going to grab ourselves a couple of stacks of our rockets ready to begin. And you heard the horn, so we know that the people are on their way. Now, begin again by putting our fireworks in our offhand. And be careful if you're using normal fireworks and you're using this one. Be careful not to put the explosive fireworks in your hand, because that could be a disaster. So we've got our first raid. Easy to see where they are. They're all there. Now, I just have to be careful because I don't actually want to... He's attacking the llama because I think it's attacking him. I don't want to hit the llama because I don't want to get a negative reputation. I've never considered this. Has never happened before in any of these battles. Hopefully... Oh, there we go. Our iron golems got rid of that last one. And there's one more. The iron golems hopefully are going to get rid of him. So I don't want to hit the iron golems by mistake. Come on, why can't you get him? He's right above you. Okay, it looks to me like we're going to need to go down and give them a little bit of a hand here. So I'm just going to make sure I don't confuse my rockets too much. Are you mad at me? No, you're not. But it does appear that the pillager killed the trader. There we go. You guys can finish that off. I had to do that for you. Okay, here we go. Second level of the raid. So we'll get back up onto the battlements. Get the weapons back in our hands. And we're ready. We hardly had to do anything in that first raid. It feels like I hardly shot anything. So it sounded like they were back here. Now with the bells, one thing I'm not sure about is what kind of range they have. Yeah, I can see them on the top of the hill. So let's see, if we ring this bell. Yeah, perfect. So it does have a range limitation on it. So we can see they're all on this side. This is the most dangerous side because it's at the highest they can get. So we just have to look over the top of them here. That's like shooting fish in a barrel. See, they could actually hit me. I see, I wasn't actually hitting the person. I was hitting the grass. And it just doesn't the fireworks just make the whole thing much prettier? Stop floating away from me, guys. I wasn't far enough over the edge. I think this is what I would say is the only downside to the rocket usage. Excellent. We're on to the second wave now. Now it's quite a good idea, it can be, if you want to pick up stuff, is to go and do that in between the raid bars filling up. And here's my one little sneaky trick to save you having to switch your rockets on this particular base. This is the one area where you can fly back in from up here. Now I think the horn was over this side, was I right in hearing that? Oh, they're all there. How did I not notice that? Hi. It's like an American firework. Take this, Ravager. And I just love the noise that the fireworks make, especially when you add the crackling onto it. Has a lot more health, the Ravager. I think he's almost there, though. God, that's a lot of rockets to take these guys down. Wow! I can't wait to see this on time-lapse. Okay, almost killed myself there, so let's... let's calm down for a moment. Let's get Expo back on the go. Okay, he's gone. Who's left? You? Not anymore. 2 raiders remaining. Both of them over here at the edge. Yep. Get her before she starts healing everybody. Beautiful. 3rd wave down. It sounded again like it came from the back. I'm hoping that they attack from the side so we can see it. That's really weird. That's the 2nd time today that a firework hasn't produced any effects. Look how good this water is back here at just keeping them back there. Water is an amazing thing to use defensively. How could that have possibly gone out in front of me? There's anything in front of me for it to hit. So they haven't even made it. Here, they're finally making it over now. Okay, I hit the edge that time, definitely. Give him the old 4th of July maneuver. I mean, how actually efficient this is, I don't know. But it's definitely the coolest way to do it. Okay, all those witches are dead. Now, well, I'm quickly gonna go to sleep because I don't want to be fighting normal mods? I don't want to be fighting any mods. Mods are awesome. They help keep things nice. I don't want to be fighting any mobs, so it's time for a quick sleep. And this is one of the cool things as well. Tips for you about a raid. A raid doesn't have to be this intense, awesome action thing. You can take a while to do it. You can go bed, you can take time to go and craft some more stuff if you've got more rockets with you, things like that. How are we doing here? Where are you? Okay, appears. Oh, there's one over on this side. But he's underneath. So what we'll do is we'll kill this people over here, then we'll go collect whatever they've dropped so far. Oops. Right, now we're just down to this last one remaining. I'm gonna swap my rockets out so that I don't accidentally blow myself up in the air. It has happened. Not gonna lie. So we just got this one guy left. Get McTwanged. All over in this direction. Now this is a bad angle for me to be able to fire off of. This is one thing that I would like very much to improve. Is it is quite hard to attack these guys over the sides. I need, what did they call them things on Game of Thrones again? Like, I can't remember, it's ramparts or crenellations? Something that sticks out over the side anyway. Oh, ran out of fireworks. Don't worry about it, we got plenty more. Woo! Oh, that one's got a different effect, I think, in it. Where are the rest of these peeps at? So it looks like we've got a lot of them down the side here. Got quite a bit of lag there from so many fireworks. Take you out personally, my friend. 2 raiders remaining. Oh. Kind of thought that was going to be them all. So here's something. I was tempted before I started recording this to correct this, but I wanted to kind of leave it in place as a hint for you. Right now, I don't know what these last two people are, but I can kind of hear them close, and I bet you they're down here. Look. Including the evoker. Okay, the evoker is dead. So if you're ever having trouble finding your people, just check underground. They might be underground, you never know. So our next raid... Oh no, it was this one when I didn't get you in time to show you. You can sort of see it in action though. Most of the people at Raiders have already been killed, as you can see by the iron golems. I wonder if this guy gets close enough to hit him. I made him fall off and he managed to both kill an iron golem and be killed by one. Now it just looks like we've got this fella left. Want to use something more precise so that the golems don't get aggro on me. Okay, that appears to be that side cleared. Oh, hello. Oh no. Vexes. Oh, he's got multi-shot. I'm trying to get him a bit closer. So now I have a grand total of 1 raider remaining, but it does appear to be a Vex. An evoker even, because I still see Vexes. Oh no, it's a witch. And ladies and gentlemen, dudes, dudettes, and dudes who defy description, we have completed a raid. And how easy was that? That did not feel difficult at all. So now our next stage, once we grab up what's left here, is to get on with a mass of trading. And I'm going to do this in the form of a time-lapse. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And I'm going to talk over the top as well to give you some more hints on how to make the best of once you complete this, of course. You then will have Hero of the Village. And you see we've got Hero of the Village 5, the full effect, because we got the full effect earlier. So let's go and do some trading. So we've got to be tactical when it comes to doing our trading with the Hero of the Village effect, because it only lasts for 60 minutes. So I've got a bit of a routine. It was a bad start because it wasn't a fresh day. Now it's a fresh day. So initially you want to trade things that you don't have a lot of, that it doesn't matter about refreshing, and then hit your main bank of trading, which for me is this iron trade that I'm doing in a big long row here. I've got an iron farm, so I've got lots of iron, and I just go down in a row, trading with this during the main part of the day when they refresh their trades, which in 1.14 they do unlimited times, but they don't do that as of 1.15, so you got to be smarter. Then in the evening time, before you can go to bed, that's when I do things like the glass trades, the other mason trades, and some of the brewing trades as well. And I just repeat that. Overall, I think I get about 3 days in total out of all of this. And some of the best things I think out there to trade are the redstone, glowstone, lapis lazuli, and the bottle of enchanting as well from the cleric, as well as the glass you get from the librarians, and you also get quartz and bricks from the stonemasons as well. So these are some of the best trades, I think. Some of the other tips as well are you get a lot of experience. I'll show you at the end of this how much levels I got doing all of this. So keep an item or items with you that you want to basically repair, that have got mending on them. Put them in your offhand and you can use them while you're doing this process as well. When it comes to deciding what to trade, just choose what you've got the most of. For me, it is this iron trade. I've got an iron farm, I've got so much of it, and initially by getting up to the level 5 that we spent the time doing and winning the raid at that level, it starts out that I get trade 2 bits of iron for 1 gem. And of course, the awesomeness of this is that very quickly, after about 2 or 3 passes down the line, it becomes 1 iron for 1 emerald. And that is an awesome trade to get. And you want to focus on that as well. In terms of maximizing the hero of the village, there's no point in trading, for example, the glass and the quartz. You don't need to trade that at that point because it's always one 1 emerald, 1 quartz, and 1 emerald, 4 glass. That doesn't change. So you want to focus on things like the bottle of enchanting that's from 4 down to 2, and then you can get it down to 1, and doing your iron trade as well, that you can also reduce that down. And there we have it. And for all of our efforts today, we now have a lot to show for it. First of all, take a look at my levels. They're at 105 now. Before I started trading, they were at 52. So they have gone up double, more than double. Isn't that awesome? Amazing. But let's have a look at what we've managed to buy from all of our trading, primarily of iron. We have got 1, 2, 3 and a bit boxes full of glass. We've got a load of bricks, and some of them have turned into block bricks as well. We've got quartz blocks, as well as some clay that was thrown to us as gifts from our lovely mason friends. We also got ourselves from the clerics a whole bunch of redstone dust, lapis lazuli, glowstone, some lanterns and books that they threw to us, bookshelves. This was mainly because I had to upgrade a guy that was somehow in there that hadn't been upgraded to the top level. We also got ourselves some bottle of enchanting as well that we got from, these are from the clerics here, and these things sort of came from the librarians as well. We also have these emeralds remaining, so quite a lot, a whole shulker box full of emeralds. I'm going to do some trading once this episode finishes to get even more glass before I upgrade to 115. And here are all the drops that we got from fighting. This stuff over here is our own weapons. We used about nearly 2 stacks, maybe more than 2, just over 2 stacks of firework rockets. That was our map, and we got all these different items dropping from the witches. We got 1 totem of them dying. I'm sad one of them we didn't get. I think it was, yeah, I don't know what happened to it. We got a load more banners to add to our collection, a saddle, a pillager head. All in all, this has been an awesome adventure, and I hope you have enjoyed learning about all these tips and tricks, and I do hope that you will share yours. The last thing I want to share with you before we go is I just wanted to show, I don't think it was particularly clear in the time lapse, that I like to keep the items that you need for trading close by, and they're all up here in item frames. You still see I've still got quite a lot of iron left for trading with these guys, so whatever it is I trade with the person, I try and keep it close by, and this is the setup I have, and that just makes things a lot easier for when you need to then quickly do a trade and grab more trade. It helps speed up the process. So that is my final tip. And as I say, I hope that you will share yours today. And it's been a lot of fun triggering raids, fighting off a raid, and then trading our bums off and getting a lot of wicked stuff to show for it that we'll be using to make some wicked builds in the future. Anyway, my name has been Oz. If you've enjoyed this episode, do all of the YouTubey things. I'm sure you know what they are, and you need not for me to tell you. And thanks again for spending time watching videos with me, Oz. I've enjoyed spending time with you, and I'll see you next time for some more awesome fun in Minecraft. Take care out there, everyone. Bye bye.